When history looks back at the evolution of music in the 21st century, a few names will be written in gold. Among them, BLACKPINK stands as one of the brightest. In just a few years, 4 young women, Jisoo, Jennie, Rosé, and Lisa, rose from trainees in Seoul to become the most recognized girl group on Earth. They sold out stadiums, topped international charts, broke Guinness World Records, and transformed K-pop from a niche market into a mainstream cultural powerhouse. Yet here we are, in 2025, with BLACKPINK stepping onto the stage once again, this time under the monumental banner of the Deadline World Tour. But why Deadline? The word itself carries weight. It speaks of urgency, of a point in time when decisions must be made, when futures are set, when the countdown to transformation reaches 0. For BLACKPINK, the Deadline World Tour is not just a concert, it is a reckoning. A moment that could either solidify their eternal dominance or signal the closing of a legendary chapter. Fans around the world can feel it. This tour is not simply about music, it's about legacy, about time, and about proving that BLACKPINK's influence is not bound by the usual limits of pop stardom. To truly understand the power of this tour, we have to revisit the journey that brought them here. Since their debut in 2016, BLACKPINK has been synonymous with breaking limits. Their very first singles, Boom Baya and Whistle, immediately turned them into a household name in Korea. Within 2 years, Do 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 and Kill This Love had catapulted them onto the world stage. They weren't just a Korean act, they were a global sensation. In 2019, they became the first K-pop girl group to perform at Coachella. And by the time they launched the Born Pink World Tour in 2022, they weren't just representing K-pop, they were defining pop music itself. That tour alone became the highest-grossing girl group tour in history, a record that many thought would be impossible to surpass. But in 2025, BLACKPINK isn't here to repeat the past. They're here to push beyond it. And this is where the term deadline gains its deeper meaning. K-pop as an industry is built around cycles. Most groups shine bright but short, lasting 5 to 7 years before disbanding or fading into obscurity. BLACKPINK, now approaching their 10th anniversary, has already surpassed expectations. Yet with each passing year, questions grow louder. Will they stay together as a group? Will the members choose to focus on their solo careers, where each of them already thrives? Or will they continue to rewrite the rules, staying united in a way that few groups before them have ever managed? The Deadline World Tour feels like the climactic moment where answers begin to reveal themselves. The expectations surrounding this tour are massive. Fans are not just waiting for concerts, they're waiting for history. They expect an evolution in sound, a reinvention of visuals, and a spectacle that redefines what a world tour can be. Rumors are already swirling about holographic projections, AR-driven crowd interactions, and stage designs that shift with each performance, creating a living, breathing experience unlike anything audiences have seen before. This isn't just a tour, it's a multimedia revolution. BLACKPINK is aiming to blur the line between concert and theater, between performance and technology, between artist and legend. But what makes this deadline even more emotional is the uncertainty of the future. Each member of BLACKPINK is already an empire in her own right. Jennie, with her unmatched charisma, has carved her identity as both a soloist and a fashion icon. Lisa, with her magnetic stage presence, has captured global audiences and continues to dominate the dance and rap scene. Rosé, with her soulful voice and songwriting, is seen as the emotional core of the group, while Jisoo has successfully bridged the world of music and acting, gaining recognition as both a performer and actress. Together, they are unstoppable. Separately, they are still stars. And that is why this world tour feels like a deadline. It might be the last time fans see them together in this form, shining on one stage as a united force. The word deadline is not just about endings, it is also about transformations. Every era of BLACKPINK has been marked by reinvention. From their edgy, rebellious early looks to their glamorous, high-fashion sophistication, they have always embodied change. And this tour could be the next great transformation, the moment they transcend from the world's biggest girl group into something even larger, a cultural institution, a living legend, a name that will be studied alongside the greatest acts in music history. And so, the stadiums of 2025 are not just concert venues. They are arenas of history. Every Blink knows it. Every ticket sold carries not just excitement, but weight. The weight of witnessing something that may never happen again in the same way. When the lights dim, when the chants rise, when the four silhouettes appear against the glowing stage, fans will know this is not just another concert. This is the Deadline World Tour. This is BLACKPINK staking their claim as eternal. Because in the end, a deadline does not always mean an ending. Sometimes, it is the exact moment when something greater begins. For BLACKPINK, 2025 is that moment. And whether this tour signals the closing of one era or the dawn of another, one truth remains. BLACKPINK is not just in your area. In 2025, BLACKPINK is the world. The Deadline World Tour marks the third worldwide concert tour and the fourth overall by the South Korean girl group BLACKPINK. Promoted as the group's very first all-stadium tour, it officially began on July 5th, 2025 at the Goyang Stadium in South Korea and is scheduled to wrap up on January 26th, 2026 at Kai Tak Stadium in Hong Kong. The scale and ambition of this tour set it apart from their previous ones, cementing BLACKPINK's status as a global act capable of filling some of the largest venues across continents. The early buzz began on February 5th, 2025, when BLACKPINK teased the upcoming world tour through their social media platforms. The preview offered little information, showing only a short video featuring shots of packed arenas, fan chants, and electrifying stage moments before ending with the bold words, 2025 World Tour in pink against a black screen. Just 2 weeks later, on February 19th, YG Entertainment revealed a poster confirming a 10-city, 13-date stadium tour covering South Korea, North America, and Europe. By May 16th, the name of the tour, the Deadline World Tour, was officially announced, fueling speculation and excitement among fans. A short but visually stunning teaser followed on May 23rd, revealing the tour's glittery logo emerging from a sparkling pool of pink. This was quickly succeeded by more promotional releases, including the unveiling of the Asia leg of the tour on May 27th, and confirmation on June 23rd that BLACKPINK would debut their comeback single during the opening night in Goyang. Promotions intensified toward the end of June with a cinematic teaser trailer that featured one member at a phone booth, before cutting to dramatic solo shots of each member, and eventually bringing them together in a pink convertible. The trailer concluded with an ominous image of a dangling phone receiver, sparking countless theories online about its symbolic meaning. Shortly after, YG released a pink zone map in Seoul, hinting at immersive fan experiences and citywide activations tied to the tour. These creative marketing strategies built anticipation not only for the music, but also for the cultural events surrounding each concert stop. Beyond the music itself, BLACKPINK engaged in notable collaborations to expand the tour's reach and cultural impact. On July 12, 2025, Google announced a global partnership that would provide fans with venue information, interactive guides, and location-based features on Google Maps to make navigating concert days easier. During the US leg, BLACKPINK teamed up with Fanatics, Complex, and Mitchell & Ness to release the BLACKPINK In Your Area League collection, an exclusive NBA and MLB-inspired apparel line designed with the group's signature flair, spotlighting iconic teams like the Lakers, Bulls, Cubs, Dodgers, White Sox, Knicks, and Mets. These items were made available both online and in temporary pop-up shops in Los Angeles and New York. In Europe, another collaboration followed. French football powerhouse Paris Saint-Germain partnered with BLACKPINK for a limited edition PSG x BLACKPINK capsule collection, launched just before the Paris concerts in early August. The Deadline World Tour quickly attracted widespread acclaim. Critics praised the tour's production value, powerful performances, and balance of group and solo stages. Ali Shuttler of The Standard awarded the concert 5 stars, declaring BLACKPINK at the top of their game. Similarly, Hannah Sung of the Toronto Star rated it 3.5 out of 4, commending the tight structure of the setlist and the spectacle of the show. Rolling Stone's Thomas Meer described the tour as triumphant and filled with the kind of poptimism and electric choreography that only the biggest girl group of this generation could deliver. He emphasized how each member's growth during solo activities since the Born Pink era had strengthened the group's dynamic. Nicole Fell of The Hollywood Reporter echoed this, highlighting the solo segments as proof of how individual artistry had enhanced their synergy as a unit. On the other hand, Adrian Horton of The Guardian offered a more mixed view, rating it 3 out of 5 stars, and noting that while the collective energy was unstoppable, some solo sets felt less polished compared to earlier performances. Still, Horton acknowledged that their unity as 4 performers magnified their impact. Commercially, the tour proved to be a massive success. Tickets for the European and North American dates went on sale on February 27th with overwhelming demand, leading to the addition of multiple extra shows. Venues like Wembley Stadium in London and Stade de France in Paris received second nights, while Citi Field in New York, Rogers Stadium in Toronto, and SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles also added encore dates after initial sellouts. The momentum extended globally. By May 15th, tickets for both Goyang Stadium shows had sold out, leading to additional limited view seats being released a week later. The concert itself was divided into multiple acts that seamlessly blended group hits with solo showcases. Starting with explosive numbers like Kill This Love, Pink Venom, and How You Like That, the set list unfolded across 5 acts, spotlighting individual artistry with songs such as Jisoo's Earthquake, Lisa's New Woman, Jennie's Mantra, and Rosé's 3 AM, before reuniting the quartet for crowd favorites like Boom Baya and Do 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 Do. The encore included reprises of earlier hits and rotating special performances, often featuring surprise guests like Bruno Mars, who joined Rosé for Apt in Inglewood. With constant setlist alterations across different cities, fans were kept on their toes, ensuring no 2 shows felt entirely the same. The Deadline World Tour spanned key locations in South Korea, North America, Europe, and Asia, with stops at world-renowned venues such as SoFi Stadium, Stade de France, Wembley, and the Tokyo Dome. Attendance figures soared, with several shows breaking local records. By the time the tour concludes in Hong Kong in early 2026, BLACKPINK will have performed to millions of fans worldwide, reinforcing their reputation as cultural icons who bridge East and West. The name Deadline itself sparked significant discussion among fans and critics alike. Beyond its sleek and edgy branding, many speculated that it symbolized a turning point for BLACKPINK, perhaps a reflection on the pressures of the music industry, the fleeting nature of time, or the urgency to seize the present moment. Others suggested that it could represent the group's intention to draw a line between past eras and a bold new chapter, reinforcing their dominance not only as performers, but as storytellers of their own narrative. The Deadline World Tour, therefore, is more than just a series of concerts. It is a statement of legacy, resilience, and reinvention. It highlights BLACKPINK's evolution as global artists who continue to set and surpass the boundaries of what a K-pop act can achieve on the world stage.